Hello Reformers and welcome back to Mountain Blade Warband. Now, when we left off, we had almost enough money for a weavery and dyeworks, and I thought, well, what's the best way to get money? Raiding. Yes, well, that's one of the ways, one of the easiest ways to get money. Unless you get attacked by a vassal, of course, but this time around we were lucky enough not to be attacked by a vassal, and as you can see here, we were successful in raiding Eladar. Now, Eladar is a Swadian village because the Sarranids have just declared war against the Swadians. And, well, what better way to welcome our new enemies than to raid one of their villages? So as you can see, we now have a wide amount of amazing things, and we're going to be taking as much of it as we can get. There we go. Okay, that's literally going to be it. Going to swap out some of the bread, actually, for the dried meat and everything, because I think that the bread gives us... Oh, the bread actually does give us more morale than the dried meat. Who would have thought it? Well, never mind. Seems like that's pretty good, but obviously we could just keep a little bit of a variety going on there. Also, as you can see, I now have a couple of extra pieces of armor. I've decided to upgrade my armor a little bit, and I've spent, well, this is actually the second village technically that I have raided, so yeah, basically what I was trying to do was make it so that I had a little bit of an extra upgrade, and well, that's what I did. Now, I bought this for about 1,300, I bought this for about 4,000, and I bought these for not much at all, I think about 800, 1,000 or something along those lines. And hilariously enough, I could not find, for the life of me, any Sarranid armor in the Sarranid territory. I was literally finding Khergit armor, I was finding Vajir armor, nothing like that, so I had to go to Khergit territory to be able to find these things, which was absolutely hilarious. Anyway, we still have the same weapons, by the way, so yes, we're now going to be making our way back. Yes, as you can see, there is actually a vassal there. There's also... yes, also, Ymira is not very happy with us. Ah, Count Desin. Count Desin. I think I might like to attack him, to be honest, because he's probably the first vassal we've seen, and I think it might be quite nice to, see what he's all about. And I mean, how many people does he even have? I don't even know. He has 46, obviously, but I don't know what his composition is like. I took a very small look at it, and it seems like he has 3 Swadian knights, so technically we should be absolutely fine. I can use my lance against these guys. We have 45 cavalry, which is, in my opinion, going to be absolutely fine. I don't think we're going to have a problem with it. And yeah, apparently Artimena and Jeramus have problems with each other, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be doing with those. I suppose the best thing to do would be probably to let Artimena go until the time when we can actually make use of him. Maybe we'll be like I don't know, maybe we'll get him as our minister or something along those lines. I seem to remember that I didn't actually make him my minister in the original series as well, because there just wasn't anything else I could do with him. He was just really hating on Jeramus, and I wanted to keep Jeramus because he was a very, very good loyal medic companion, and I thought, yeah, okay, I'm going to keep that guy around and see what I could do. But yeah, these Swadian man-at-arms, they're actually very, very powerful. As we all know, the Swadians are the best when it comes to cavalry, and in general, they're actually pretty good otherwise. I mean, their infantry is, not exactly great, but, it's better than most. And we're losing a bunch of Sarranid Mamluks, which is really quite sad. Can you please kill this guy? I mean, come on now. It's about time that you actually kill him, please. Is everyone dead? Is everyone dead here? I can't really see anyone else. No, they're just killing them. Swadian Knight's still alive at this point in the battle. Really? Oh, that is awful. He was dealing damage up until that point. That is really bad. Oh well, never mind. We do gain 8 renown for that, and we lose a couple of units, but, well, it's just the price of attacking these guys. And we do get to take him prisoner, and I'm going to be doing that. Thank you very much. So, we also have an increased amount of prisoner management, of course, because that's what I upgraded in the previous few episodes, and we're going to be taking all of these. Oh, yes. Okay, so now, this is obviously something that is going to go to our companions. All of these you know, pieces of armor are going to go to our companions. Going to swap out the bread and the falchion. And I'm going to keep the nomad bow. I'm going to take those 2 pieces of torso armor, and then I'm going to swap out the chicken as well. Probably going to take that, and I think these chip swords are not particularly necessary, so we're just going to leave the rest. There we go. Now, Artimena, oh yes, I must tell you that I questioned Jeremus's medical credentials. Yeah, how irritating is that? That's very irritating, isn't it? Okay, so, yes, tell... Jeremus is a valuable member of this company. I guess I'm going to make Jeremus into our engineer or something, because it seems like that's the way to go. I have been doing a little bit of trading as well. That has helped me quite a bit to gain a little bit of extra cash to sort of supplement our weekly wages. And, wow. As you can see, the Kherjic Khanate are very, very bare bones at the moment. They don't seem to have very many units at all. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, so I'm going to be selling the most of the things that I can here. Should I sell the butter as well? I suppose I should probably sell the butter as well, because that gives us a good amount. Sell the salt, and I think that's fine. Shall we see if we can buy anything better? Oh, that's very expensive, yes. So that's also a problem. Yeah, I actually really wanted to buy something like that, but then the one I saw, I believe was it lordly? I think the lordly prefix is the best when it comes to armor, and I was very much wanting to buy a lordly Mamluk male or something along those lines. It was 61,000. Yeah, it was 61,000, but we have thick. Thick is pretty decent, I suppose. Thick is okay, so that's fine. And then oh wow, there's actually 5,000 dinars here? Really? Wow, okay, they must be doing really well then or something. I have no idea, but anyway, let's have a look. Gonna sell that, sell the oil, sell the velvet as well. Oh yeah, we're gaining a lot. We are gaining a lot. Alright, so let's just keep those things. And that is great. So there's 2,300 there. Hopefully there's a ransom broker here. It's unlikely. I think that is a ransom. Yes, it is. Oh, fantastic. I was about to say it's unlikely, but apparently not so unlikely that we can't find one. And 240 per one Swadian Knight. So that's fantastic. 192 for sharpshooters, 160 for man-at-arms, 140 for crossbowmen, 150 for infantry, and 96 for skirmishers. All in all, a very, very lucrative set of circumstances there. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Alright, so what else do I want to do here? Well, obviously what I want to do eventually, actually right now, I should probably go and... probably buy an enterprise in Riverchegg, because, you know, I've heard that the Weavery and Dye Works in Riverchegg is the best, so probably the way to go is to go up there and do that. But I think for now we're just going to be, I don't even know. So let's just increase strength on Lezelit at the moment and just get him a little bit more survivability. He doesn't have a shield at the moment. And maybe, speaking of Lezelit, we should probably give him some better gear. There you go. There you go. He's actually, you know, wearing some pretty good stuff now. He was wearing a nobleman outfit, which I suppose is okay. Tashavi is probably going to leave relatively soon as well, and I'm pretty sad about that, to be honest. I mean, she has a problem with who again? She has a problem with Jeremus or something along those lines, so... I don't know why they have a problem with each other, but oh well, never mind. I'm going to increase everyone's strength reasonably well too, because obviously they're going to, you know, need to use much higher equipment levels. I'm going to swap that out. Actually, do I even want to? That seems pretty similar, so I should probably give someone that has awful armor, maybe Beheshtur or Ferentis. Yeah, Ferentis is wearing some awful armor, so yes, let's give him that. There we go. That makes him a little bit better. And is there any other archer? Oh, Jeremus probably could have used that, couldn't he? Yes, he probably could have used that quite a bit. That upgrade in armor would have been nice for him, but oh well, never mind. Okay, so, yes, on top of the fact that we've raided 2 villages, one of those being Tashibtin and the other one being Eladar, we are now in a very, very good position to, you know, go and buy our Weavery and Dye Works, so I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go up to Riverchegg, and maybe if we come across any Swadian vassals we might decide to attack them as well. And what I do need to take into account is that we're losing quite a few of our Saranid units over time, so it might be a good idea for me to go back to Saranid territory maybe after we buy the dye works. I think that might be the best idea. I mean, if we come across something, you know, relatively nice to attack, then obviously we're going to do that, maybe some Sea Raiders or something, but yeah, at the moment I don't think we really need to. And yeah, if the Swadians decide to try and attack us, then obviously we're going to have a field day, because if we can attack someone that has a pretty meek army or something along those lines, and it's going to give us about 10 renown each time that we fight one of those, then that's good. That's great. And, okay, what's going on here? Ah, yes. Tell Ymir you have my support in this. Yeah, because Lezelit is going to become a very, very good member of our company, and I don't really... See, that's the thing. I know that you can kind of persuade your companions to sort of stick around for longer than they would otherwise like to, but I'm kind of wanting to go with a bit more of a smoother style this time around. I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to have companions complaining, you know, every couple of minutes, you know, every couple of in-game minutes. I personally find that quite tedious to do, and it kind of disrupts the flow of gameplay, and I find that a bit annoying. Alright, so anyway, there's my explanation about that, and oh, I think I've gone the wrong way, haven't I? Yeah, these layouts are always extremely foreign to me, because I haven't been in them for such a long time. Literally, haven't been in them for a very, very long time. Okay, so can I find him? He's not over here, is he? But there is a chest here. I suppose I could show you where the samurai armor is, or technically the strange armor. Now that we have slightly better armor, I think I'm going to be giving the strange armor to someone else, but it's rather nice just to show it anyway, so that for those of you that don't know where it is, that's where it is. It's in that hay back there. So yeah, you can go to Riverchegg and get that. Oh, there's the Guildmaster. Oh, cool. That's fantastic. Let's do that. Alright, so a weavery and dye works. There we go. Look at that. The profit is going to be amazing. There we go. Here's the money. And do you have a job, actually? Some travelers on the road were attacked by Sea Raiders. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try this. It's not gonna work, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this is... Oh! There they are! Yes! They're right there. Oh, I am surprised. I am very, very surprised. Okay, so Jeremus. He is going to be wearing the strange armor. And he's also going to be taking this strange short sword as well, because that suits him. And he looks absolutely ridiculous now, doesn't he? Quite ridiculous. He needs a helm. He needs a helm. Hopefully we'll be able to get him one. But anyway, there are the Sea Raiders. 5.9. We're moving at 6. We should be able to catch them relatively easily. And hopefully they're going to bring a friend. Please bring a friend. It would be kind of nice to fight a bigger band of Sea Raiders than just 8. No, it seems like they're not going to be able to do that. They seem to be running in all kinds of random directions, which is quite annoying. Please do not decide to attack Boyar Vlan. Come on now. Yes, excellent. Alright, so that's exactly what we wanted to happen. Although, obviously, I would have appreciated, you know, a couple more Sea Raiders to be included in this particular fight, but that's okay, because I do get to use my lance a little bit, and I suppose that's pretty good. I'm going to tell everyone to charge, because that's just so incredibly, you know, redundant at this time. There you go, nice couch lance damage. I actually find playing in third person for lancing is a lot better than first person for me, and I know that a lot of people like this. I don't know, I don't know, it kind of makes me feel a bit weird to do this. It might be the close sort of field of view or something like that, but I just much prefer the third person for some reason, but maybe it's just because I'm used to it. That's probably what it is. And I personally would recommend, in general, if anyone is looking to learn the game or to, you know, to get into playing Mount & Blade Warband, and you're watching this series for some reason, not entirely sure why, considering I'm okay, you know, I'm okay. I'm above average, I suppose, in certain respects, and then obviously with throwing weapons, I'm absolutely terrible. Well, some of the time, you know, some of the other times I'm actually not bad, but yeah. Oh, Nizar and Ferentis don't like it. Oh, yeah. Ferentis, yeah, they don't like each other. Okay, so I I don't know who I want to keep. Nizar is a really, really strong warrior archetype, so maybe I should just keep him around, to be honest. Yeah, let's just keep him around. Okay, so we can obviously go back to the Guildmaster and Rivercheck, and that's pretty good. But yeah, as I was saying, I personally feel like personal preference is the way to go when you're playing an RPG like this, because whatever weapon you want to use it. You know, if you are really bad with it, then it doesn't matter, because if you're having fun, then that is the name of the game, you know, having fun. And that's what I like to do as well. And even if I'm bad with something, I don't really mind, as long as I'm having a hilarious time, because that's what the throwing weapons give us. They give us entertainment, they give us absolute hilarity when, you know, I decide to mistakenly headshot one of our own companions or something, and then they're not very happy with us, but I find that amusing. Anyway, there's 1,000 dinars, and a little bit of extra renown, and many of our companions have now leveled up, which is even better. So there you go. So we now have how much? 4,300, that's pretty good, and a number of our companions have leveled up as well. Artimena, Jeremus, should probably level up Jeremus as a priority. Let's get him some more first aid, and it's probably about time that I start leveling up his engineering skill. I mean, who else has engineering? I mean, obviously Artimena has engineering, but I don't know who else. So I guess I'm just gonna level up Jeremus, because he's just gonna have so much in the way of intelligence that it's just gonna make things really, really easy for us. And I'm gonna try and look for a crossbow for him as well. Alright, so after a little bit of perusing, I've decided that it seems like the siege crossbow, which we can see here for 1,256, is going to be the best option for us. I mean, I could go for a cracked light crossbow and things like that, but I don't think that's necessary, to be honest. And we do have some bolts here too, so we're in luck. We are in luck because it's quite affordable. Quite affordable indeed, so I'm very happy with that. Maybe I should have bought him a shield as well? Not entirely sure whether he really needs one, but anyway, yeah, he probably does, but I don't really see the necessity to give it to him just yet, so he can't use this. He needs 10 strength. Ah! You need 10 strength, you scoundrel. You absolutely terrible person. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna obviously get him that in due time. Gonna keep increasing Borch's intelligence. Obviously, he's got a pretty decent amount of gear as it is, so I don't really see a necessity to do anything more. We're gonna give him one more point in tactics, because when he gets to intelligence 18, we need another point in that. And I think I'm gonna go for another point in spotting. That's just, in my opinion, kind of invaluable when you're searching for people at night. I don't know whether you've noticed, but many of the enemies that we can currently see, as you can see here, look at the range that we have right now. We can see the Sea Raiders from all the way over here. It's really, really nice. Anyway, I think... Oh, wow, look at that. Barney has actually advanced in level as well. So, what are we going to do? Well, charisma, aren't we? Yeah, we're going to Yes, we're going to go and do leadership. I think leadership is probably the best thing for us to do right now. I'm going to go for a pretty heavy charisma build by the looks of things. I actually don't have any plan. I think I've said this before in this series, but I actually don't have any plan about what I'm going to do whenever I start a series. I have a loose idea about what kind of build I want to go for, but in general I like to kind of choose naturally, because I feel like that adds a little bit more fun to the proceedings, because you know, sometimes you don't know what you're going to go for. Sometimes you think, yeah, I want to play as an archer. And then it turns out that you don't want to do that. And you find an amazing sword, two-handed sword or something. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to be a two-handed barbarian instead. And that kind of adds a little bit more fun, in my opinion, to the game. And I quite like doing that. Anyway, let's see. There's someone levels up. There we go. All right, so we do now have a little bit of... we don't have that much space, do we? I should probably go to Raverdin. Yeah, let's go to Raverdin and sell a couple of things. Ooh, pretty nice amount of money in here. That's not bad. Okay, note to self: do not sell the bolts and the siege crossbow. That would be pretty bad. That would be pretty bad for me to do. Okay, so let's... Should I sell the Nordic sword or no? Because there might actually be someone that can use it. Lezelit, what are you using? You're using a short sword. I suppose this is better for you, so why not? Just give him that. And now, what we can do is we can actually raid one of the Swadians' villages, because... Ooh, or we can... Oh, yes. Oh, Count Raius, you have made your last mistake. Oh, this is very good. Oh, yes. This is very good. I don't know whether you noticed his composition, his army composition, but it is absolutely pitiful. It is pathetic. And I'm not trying to pull my punches here. I am telling the honest truth, because literally he has the lowest tier units imaginable, basically. He has skirmishes, he has recruits, he has, I believe, footmen, some footmen, maybe, I'm not entirely sure, but as you can see, most of his most of his units are recruits and skirmishers, and this is absolutely fantastic. Hilarious. So this is going to be really, really funny, because literally they cannot do anything against us. I'm going to try and use my throwing weapons. Yes, throwing weapons, ahoy! Is this working? No, not really, and now I'm going to punch people. Yes. Barney is used to punching people. He's used to punching me in the face, that's for sure. Yeah, when he's just like, how could you do this? And I'm just like, well, you know, it kind of happens, Barney. You know, it kind of happens. And sometimes you just get taken out by, you know, thrown weapon headshot, you know, crossbow headshot, arrow headshot. And he's just like, well, why is it all the headshots? Huh? Why is it all headshots? And that's what he asks me. And I'm just like, well, they just like to take your picture. Yeah, they just like to take your picture. Do you get it? Do you get that? If you get that, then good on you. Anyway, let's see what we can do about our prisoners here. I'd like to get a little bit more in prisoner management as well, so maybe we can get an additional point in that. I don't really think it's worth it, to be honest, to get an additional point in prisoner management at this point, because if you have 20 prisoners, you're pretty well off anyway. Yes, okay, so tell Antonina you have my support in this. There we go. Okay, so shall we go back to Raverdin? Let's go back to Raverdin and see if there's a ransom broker here. There is not. I actually thought that this guy was the ransom broker, but doesn't seem like it's going to be. Anyway, I think that will be it for this episode, actually. Next time, we're probably going to have maybe another tournament to do. Maybe I'll show the last couple of rounds of the tournament if I'm able to get through them, you know, because we know sometimes it's kind of difficult if I get really, really bad luck with throwing weapons being selected for me or something. Or we're going to be doing another village raid, and we'll try and take on a couple of Swadian vassals. Maybe, you know, pillage some caravans and things like that. I don't really care about the villages in Swadia because, again, I'm only going to be using mercenary units and Saranid units. So, yeah, hopefully we're going to be able to stick to that. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.